Thank you.
Yep.
Hi, I say this is the morning podcast with Jacob and Ethan.
Sunday. This is hell.
That's your hot take. Nuclear war.
It's not. It's a possibility. It's not.
Well, it's a possibility as long as nukes exist.
Exactly. Well, it's not. It's escalated a lot in the last 6 months. The Russia deal.
Should we let Russia win so we don't have nuclear war?
No, because he'll keep
pushing.
somewhere else. You can't give into it.
Slovakia.
But we got a
Poland are
dumbass
next.
in the White House and his staff bragging how we're sinking a Russian ship, shooting out a transport plane, and taking credit for this stuff and boasting about it, and they're just throwing, egging him on.
Yeah, and we're afraid to give them the weapons they really need to defeat the Russians.
We're giving them lots of weapons.
No, we need to give them multi.
They need
shots.
nukes.
Rocket launchers.
I think
If we give them too much, that'll start a nuclear war.
Well,
It's got to be just
What are you
enough.
saying? That Putin, if he loses, is going to push the button?
Sounds like a good option to him, probably.
So
Well,
that
he's
means
got-
let him win.
He's gonna die soon.
he's got leukemia. He's 70 years old.
What kind of leukemia?
He's been poisoned.
The kind that you get in your blood.
Oh man, genius.
Ron, you
No
don't like
wonder you're in
Biden.
medical school.
Oh, wait,
like
you had
Biden.
leukemia.
If I hated this country and
different
hated
types.
God, I would love Biden. That's mom. He hates his country and hates God.
Biden? He's Catholic.
He
says he
in
is.
his own mind. A zebra, an elephant doesn't become a zebra if you don't have stripes. You can't say I'm a zebra.
You heard that here first, ladies and gentlemen. An elephant doesn't become a zebra unless he has stripes.
Why doesn't Biden get to be Catholic?
He's not Catholic.
Why?
He just claims to be. You have to live the life.
You can't say
just-
you're
What's he
American.
doing? What's he doing that's not Catholic?
Well, he supports the killing babies.
Helping
Kill
inflation.
the unborn.
And then he's receiving communion in the state of mortal sin.
And stuff.
Which that's not on him. That's his bishop at this point.
How's he in the state of mortal sin?
You're called to not receive communion.
Yeah, but
if
he's
you're in the state of
he's
mortal
so
sin.
far gone. It's not his.
You're
It's
getting
not
to it.
his issue. It's the bishop's issue. He needs to be like the one out of California that stopped Pelosi. Who's that? Archbishop Cicerone sounds more Italian. It's something Hispanic.
Corleone. He is Italian. He's Corleone.
No, it is.
He's actually Hispanic.
No, hey, your ducks are talking.
Is it? I think you don't think it's possible for someone to support the legalization of abortion and still be a Catholic in good standing.
You cannot.
Yeah.
You
You gotta be
cannot.
illegal with
You
the
can't get an abortion, but you can't. Doesn't mean you have to say it has to be outlawed for everyone.
Yes, it does.
There's sins of omission and sins of commission. That's a sin of omission if you're not doing anything about it.
I think the
Three stars
I
would
think the
not
moral
recommend.
point is debatable.
You're totally
No, it's
wrong.
not
That's
that
because you're in the
Okay,
state of mortal sin.
just tweak that baby by a year. Like, can you be Catholic and support infanticide?
No, I don't think anybody would say that.
So that's okay.
That's
so
bullshit.
so
The governor of
Right.
Virginia. said
Virginia!
That. No, he did say that.
that's what
Yeah,
it
he
all
was,
comes down to is
We'll just kind of let him die.
some people believe it's a mass of cells. Some people believe that it is. There is no difference between the 1-year-old and the baby in utero. There is no difference. And so
crazy.
so if you say that you can't be Catholic and like believe in infanticide, then they very easily can make the same argument of you can't be Catholic and believe in abortion.
I think one. Okay, maybe it's like
Because we just
moving
believe
away
it
from
as a
abortion,
baby.
Let's take gay marriage. You can believe that you shouldn't get married to a man, but also think that.
Well, if you're a
It should
woman,
be
it'd be
legal.
just fine.
Right, you know what I mean? It's like you can not do something yourself,
Yeah.
but still allow other people to do it.
Right,
So
but
like rape,
but
rape too.
but it's a baby. It's murder.
Or incest maybe be okay.
Abortion's different.
Keep it all in the family that way.
Hand down the good genes.
At what point can you kill a baby? Allow
What
and
what
not?
I'm the point. Okay, so I
At
we
what
get
point?
that.
At what point? Then the birth canal. halfway out of the birth canal.
I don't think anyone's trying to kill babies in birth canals.
That's where you're wrong.
I know. He's just rolling it back. So just keep rolling that back. At what point?
At what point
is it okay to murder the baby?
1 second? That is okay and it's not okay?
I think it's a false framing of the argument.
No, tell me how.
Yeah.
At what point?
It's always something that people like to do with abortion is they like to go, well, if you can kill someone at 2 months old, you can kill them halfway out the birth canal. But I think anybody who looks at a fetus at 2 months and a viable child near birth
A
can
2 months
recognize the
child
difference
is
between
viable. Why is it not viable?
Where's the viability?
Huh?
Where's the viability? At what
do you mean,
point?
like, is it in a box somewhere? Like, I don't know what you
No,
mean.
where's it at? Because a child, after it's born, they're not. If somebody doesn't take care of them, they're not viable.
They're not viable.
They actually need more care than when they were in the womb.
Right, but I think but for being in the womb, it's a baby. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
At what point does it become
Not a baby.
not a baby?
Fetal viability. I think that's a very fair standard.
Okay.
So
what
fetal
is
viability keeps rolling back.
But I think that's
And before long,
So it's about-
I mean, like if we wanted
medical
to,
definition of that.
About 22 weeks. is
it's
the viable-
rolled backwards. The medical, the viability has rolled back. Like the
It's
number
somewhere around 30 weeks.
No, it's
No.
not. It's in the 20s.
There's babies born in the 20s.
So you abortion.
Oh, yeah,
somewhere
it's
in the
in the
20s
20s.
then. Okay, somewhere in the 20s. I
Wait,
don't know.
Gabe
Oh, you
was
got
born
your
at 30 and a half weeks.
How was it?
Wherever viability is.
He wish he could
I
have
know.
stayed.
I'm just saying that's rolling backwards. As technology has gotten better, we can take care of infants at younger and younger and younger ages. So much to the degree of we could probably take a baby out and
To
probably
quote
put it
that guy
into an
from
artificial
Talladega Nights, by 2030, 2040, the babies will be sitting in a robot incubator.
Do you see the point I'm trying to make? I think that, but for the location, it's a person.
No.
That makes sense. Like
But for the location, it's a
it, you. I
You're
don't
saying
think
it is a person or not a person?
what I'm getting at. Right. I think
Is it a
viability.
person or not a person? Answer the freaking
I
question.
think the viability framework makes sense because it's like, okay, this child, this person is in a box or it's in a crib or it's in a womb. But it's like the same creature. If you took like the bundle of cells or the goop at like 2 months, right? That's a different thing.
Beautiful words. The goop at 2
Dude,
months.
It's got a heartbeat.
I am about freaking 30 minutes away from going on that 2001 Space Odyssey scene where the apes start beating the other one with bones. I'm just not even going to use words. I'm going to use hoops and hollers, and I will beat you to death. Where's the viability? Sorry.
I think
I'm
so.
really sorry about that.
So at what point can you kill
Right.
There's a heartbeat. Like it's not a group
them?
of
8
cells.
weeks.
And
8
any
weeks.
yeah, it's got a heart. Like they'll go and it got the little.
Yeah, I know
device.
there's a heartbeat.
Like,
I know.
I mean,
So when you say it's a
how
group
can you
of cells,
how
it's
can you
not.
say like somebody that needs operation or has
So-
cancer or whatever?
We started.
If they don't have care, they're going to die too.
They're not
So
viable.
how is that differentiated from baby? The baby it starts at the moment
I
of
think
conception.
I think the framework. Okay. So we started off talking about Biden. Here's what happens.
We always get to a point in this conversation where you're like, well, we got to
No,
a
because I'm
different-
trying to actually address like where we started and like address what we were talking about. But I have 6 different things being thrown at me that are all quite different. So I have to
And
respond
you
to
were throwing
them.
a couple stuff
It's
way out
people-
there.
That's fair.
So what you're saying
I'm
is
trying
you
to
can't-
respond. I'm trying to treat this as an actual conversation
Okay.
Yeah,
instead
what
of
you
being
say
the
is you can't
recipient
handle
of amorphous attacks.
You can't
handle the truth.
Grab the boat! Let's get him!
I think to start where we were, to try to turn this into an actual conversation, we started talking about Biden and how it's possible to support the legalization of something but not practice it oneself, right? Even if one disagrees with the practice of that thing. So using gay marriage as an
And
example.
what's the consequence? I mean, what are you saying?
Oh my God.
Sure, you can let it happen, but what's the
Finally,
consequence?
you accepted Christ as your Savior.
What's the,
Mark, you have to let me talk. If you're
It's
gonna
different.
make points that you want me to respond to, you have to let me talk.
I'm the guy that brought it up. That abortion specifically is
Right.
different because
So-
we believe that there's murder.
Starting where we have, I'm trying to get to that. I'm trying to get
All
to
right.
that.
Can I be a
Okay.
Mexican?
not so sure you
You
are.
should cut everything about it and just leave that. Can I be a Mexican?
Yeah, if
right.
mine could be a Catholic, I could be a
Right.
Mexican.
Stop.
All right, well, all right, here we
Okay,
go.
so I
Give it to
think
us.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
What?
That doesn't even make sense. Wasn't he talking about
I'll
Mexico?
build on your point is what you're saying is you can allow something to happen and exist and not believe in it yourself. But my point is what is the consequence to society, to your long-term eternal rest?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So if you're in a state of sin, it's omission and commission.
I would go to Judge Holden. If I don't know about it, I don't permit it to exist. By knowing about it, you're permitting it to exist.
We're just
That's where you
circling
say
back to the
ignorance
same
is
debates from last
a
night.
defense.
That's just where
That's
we're
where you
at.
say ignorance is a defense, and it's not.
No, I think that you're right when you say like as long as like I don't believe in it, but I allow some other people to do it. Like there's some kind of omission.
I'm against rape, but I think everybody ought to be able to rape.
Man,
You're being absurd.
These are some
there.
great sound bites.
So
We're both wrong.
I don't know. We got to move to the next thing just because I don't want Jacob to have the last word.
And I just don't want to beat this dead
see,
horse
this
again
is
from
this
last
is my
night.
point from last night. All this arguing, all this politics is just identity. It's all about winning an argument. It's not actually
There's his
about.
final word.
I know.
Hear a
I know.
position.
I want to hear more about Ron's friggin' racial.
So I think
There we go.
No, I could
Give the people what they want.
be Chinese as well as Mexican if I say.
what does that have to do with abortion?
You can't be both,
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
could be
can.
a Catholic. I could be a Chinese.
and he could be president.
It's 2022. You can be whatever you want.
You can do whatever.
You can identify with whatever.
Right. Who knows what it was?
So
Personally, I'd
I
like
want
to
to
be
hear
some-
about this distinction. I want you
No,
to like.
Al, please, God, no.
Oh, no.
He
What
said,
is
"Oh
that?
my!" He said, "Oh my God!" He believes you did it. Great job.
I mean, I sat there for 20 minutes, so I'll be brief, and we can move on to something else. Okay.
Why? God, I just don't want you to be the last one to talk about it. Just let Ron be the last guy.
I didn't even have a chance to talk.
I want to cut you off.
It's better that way.
I want to cut you off. We're going on a hard break.
Okay.
We got to talk about our sponsor.
Cain killed Abel with a rock. The Lord didn't get rid of all the rocks. He blamed Cain, not the rock. We have a sin problem, not a gun.
You know
What does
what?
that have to do with abortion?
That's a sin.
What does that have to do with Mexicans?
Let's talk about all our sponsors. We
Now
got
we're talking
Syngenta,
about-
we got Solutia, we have Yurok Brothers
Let's go talk
Produce.
about fish.
We have
Fishing.
Iraq family
something
produce?
XIO, whatever that is.
Iraq
I don't
family
think
produce?
you want your name affiliated.
When you want, do you want your cryptocurrency exchange to promote this podcast?
This is never going to happen.
No, why did you not?
Let me respond briefly, and then we'll move on.
Are you? What
I
about
should be able to
Bitcoin?
say something.
What about it?
Are you doing the Bitcoin?
Because it's not just about attacking people,
I
right?
thought you were working for Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah, I work for an exchange.
Why does it upset you so much,
Shit,
Ethan?
I'm
I just
buying
can't
now.
take it.
Why?
Because I feel like
Depends on if you believe in it
you
or
always
not.
get the last say,
I don't understand
which
it,
is
but I
just
think
the
it's going
biggest
higher.
thing.
Then buy some.
If you're on Fox News and you talk for 90% of it, but you let the host finish up, it's
He'll
just
sell
never
you
in a
some.
good light.
You don't need to buy full coin.
You got to give me
So
a
I
coin.
should,
gotta
like,
put something on my
I just
head.
don't get to
Just
say
die.
anything?
Just die.
You put a computer in
Just
your head.
fade. Okay,
Come on.
Jacob,
I think.
I will permit you to finish with
Thank you,
on
Ethan.
your own
Well,
podcast.
why do you get to decide for him to finish?
Well, for one, I have the biggest backpack. I'm the most dominant male, and I can beat you up.
Come on.
I could. I hope that in heaven we're all the same age, because you and the rest of the uncles are like, I would beat your ass back in my day.
We would
I'd love to
eat you,
see.
We would eat you.
I know you wouldn't. You tried to take
You
a
know
bite
what?
out of me.
You'd be sleeping.
Your head would be on the
We'd
pavement.
get you while you were sleeping.
I'd crack your head open like a watermelon.
6, 5, 6,
Walnut.
7 o'clock, you're sleeping. We get you then.
Did you wake up at 3 a.m. as a child too?
Sure. Ask mom.
You're gonna get to heaven, maybe, and then your mom's gonna be there with like the
So
same,
why does it have to
the
be
same metal spoon?
Why
she
does it
gives
have to
you?
be a physical drubbing? Can't we just do a mental drubbing?
The-
That's much more the
We live in a
count.
physical universe. That's the only thing that matters.
We're going to the spiritual realm.
We're going mental.
Anywho, I'm the biggest, most dominant here, and I say Jacob gets the last say.
You'd be the eunuch out there with the other bull.
What did you call me? You called me a coal for like 10 years of my life.
Coal.
Yeah, what you said, what's the steer or the bull that won't breed?
Oh, a gomer.
No, I mean, you could, like it's like a cull or something. You cull the herd, or you have.
It's called a steer.
What is when you kill members of a herd?
That too. I know that's.
I never called you.
You
that.
called me something. What's the Indian that wouldn't breed?
Eunuch.
No, that's the Greek thing. It was like Catalunga or something.
Greek
That's
thing.
Roman, by the way.
No, there's a.
Eunuch is Greek.
I never called you.
Yeah,
a
there was
Roman.
an Indian that wasn't like a
Yeah, but the
manly
word is-
man.
Yeah, it's a Greek word.
Yeah, it means you.
Easy.
I never called you a.
Yeah, you did.
Did not.
You got to make more coffee.
I mean, this
You know-
freaking cup of coffee. You guys can make.
You know,
yourself.
I got when you were 5 years old. You made me a picture of the excellent pheasant.
Yes,
It's still got it on the wall.
and that's why I'm not a man.
No, that's
You,
what I
if
picked
you
up.
make pictures,
You got it on the wall.
I made a picture for Ron of the excellent
It
pheasant. It's probably
was
one of my best
out of pine cone needles and stuff.
did he insult your masculinity after you made a picture?
No, I got it. It says an excellent pheasant. I thought a lot of that. He thought a lot of me. He actually made it. Did you? At one time.
I said, Uncle Ron, thanks for letting me sell melons with you. I made you a picture. Well, you know, only women and sissies make pictures. Get that here.
And then I got a deal in the shop that's got from this guy, Elias. It's got a little star when he was about 4 years old. And then I had a babysitting. His mom left him and he started crying. Remember that?
No.
Yes, I still got the star.
Well,
Finish it up, Jacob.
I think
You can
it,
say your wrong opinion now.
in cases where you're not, so I think the basic fundamental principle of a democratic society is let
We're not
everybody
a democracy, we're not a
Gosh
democracy.
dang it, Ron. You
We're not a
freaking
democracy.
giant
Hey,
man.
Why is it about winning? That's what I don't
Just
like.
let her
It's not
talk.
about actually having a conversation. It's about winning. It's about how many arguments can you shit out until you silence the guy you don't like. It's about how much bullshit can you
We're not- I
regurgitate
can't let
to make
you
him
have
shut up.
bullshit.
It's not actually
We're
about
not a-
talking.
we're
Who
not
said
a
that we didn't
democracy.
like it?
We are not a democracy.
That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about the nature of our government.
Saying is wrong.
Ron,
It's not a democracy, it's a representative
we need
republic.
Or a republic.
we need
Or-
less Ron. We don't need more.
Whatever you want to call it. It's
No,
not a
we can't. We're
monarchy.
gonna call it by the right name. If you call it a representative republic, that's fine. Don't call
Okay,
it
the representative republic.
We're not a democracy.
Just let it die.
In a liberal society.
You know what? This is
Because-
your fault for
because-
wanting to say something.
Because your opinion doesn't matter unless you're talking about a democracy can overrule the other people by
Ron,
sheer
you gotta let the
majority.
dude talk.
And we are not. We do not rule by sheer majority. We are a representative
You get why I'm
republic.
frustrated.
Even the priest has to stop talking when he leaves the
I get why
pulpit.
you're frustrated, but
Or
this is like
independent.
It's not about having a
Just pull out.
conversation. It's just about
Just
like,
pull out.
how much shit can we say?
Just pull out. It's a quagmire.
No,
You're
finish
gonna
it,
all
finish
die
it, finish
there.
it, finish it.
It's not
Go
worth
for
it.
it. You
It's
got
not
5
worth
minutes.
it.
You got 5
Give it the time.
minutes.
No, buying this shit. No, abortion, gays, Mexican. It's just like how much shit can we say? It's all identity. It's all identity. It's not.
There's
It's not cogent arguments. It's just all about.
Jacob, you're going insane.
I am going insane. I've been sitting here half an hour.
It's working.
It's like how much? What am I supposed to respond to? There's like 10 different threads of conversation.
You don't. It's a no-win situation. You pull
That's
out.
the thing. Anything I respond to, it's like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? It's like, can we talk about one topic? No. We need to attack the liberal with everything we got.
Just
Oh, you
leave.
define yourself
You
as a
do
liberal?
think you're
And I don't.
Oh, no.
I think that's what you think of me as. So then you go on full on attack.
That seems awfully presumptuous.
Here comes the man with the white coats. They're ready for
Oh, Jesus.
You know,
They're coming to take you away.
yell out to God for mercy. That's the highlight.
Just leave the conversation like Biden left Afghanistan.
No, don't leave the
Yeah, you leave your uniforms behind and your weapons.